Hello everyone, welcome to my review of set 7262 TIE Fighter and Y-Wing. This set retailed for $50 in 2004 and it came with 412 pieces. What's funny about the set is that it actually was a re-release of the 1999 set TIE Fighter and Y-Wing 7150, just with an improved TIE Fighter. The first minifigure in the set is Darth Vader. The Darth Vader minifigure that comes with the set is not all that interesting. He has some simple printing on his torso, no back printing, he has a cape, and his helmet is pretty nice. It's the old Darth Vader helmet. He has a nice chrome lightsaber, his head is gray, he has some simple scarring and a simple facial print. And that's the Darth Vader minifigure. He's pretty simple, and he doesn't have anything really interesting about him that draws him apart from any other of the Darth Vader minifigures. On the other hand, the Luke Skywalker minifigure is actually pretty nice. Though his torso print is pretty simple, like all the old Rebel pilots, he has a very unique helmet mold with gray background printing, a yellow grid, and he also has a red stripe down the back. His head mold is yellow, which is sort of disappointing, but all minifigures from that time were yellow, I guess. He has a headset on, and that's the Luke Skywalker minifigure. He's really interesting and unique. The last minifigure is actually an astromech droid. This is R5-D4, basically just R2-D2, but with red prints instead of blue prints. This is the old style astromech droid, so the dome piece is printed. It's not actually a silver dome, so that's a little bit disappointing, but this is just a regular old astromech droid. I would have much preferred to see R2-D2 in this set instead of R5-D4, as R5-D4 actually had a broken motivator and Luke Skywalker exchanged him for R2-D2, so R2-D2 would have been actually much more accurate for this set, since Luke Skywalker always flew with R2-D2. Here's the TIE Fighter build that comes with the set. It has a blue, black, and dark gray color scheme, which is the color scheme from all the old LEGO TIE Fighters. The wings aren't very detailed. They have some blue details, and you can adjust the angle of the wings. This is actually Darth Vader's TIE Fighter Advanced, not just a regular old TIE Fighter. That's why the wings are curved. The back engine section is all brick built, except for the connection to the cockpit, which is made using 2 Technic pins. Speaking of the cockpit, let's move to the cockpit. Let's zoom in on there. The cockpit is pretty bland. There's nothing really in there, but you can sit Darth Vader inside the cockpit with his lightsaber. That's nice. And he can just sit in there. There's no actual controls or anything for him to use, but he just fits in there. Something I found is that this top plate above the cockpit does get knocked off a lot because it's only attached with one stud. But it is nice, and one thing I'd like to note about this piece and a bunch of other pieces is that they're actually printed. There are no stickers in this set. That's really nice. The cockpit piece used for the set is different from the modern day cockpit pieces. It is an all-in-one. It has the blaster cannon pieces on it, and it's very boxy on the sides. It's not just the window. So it's very easy to connect to a bunch of other things. Overall, it's a very nice TIE Fighter build, but it was a little bit simple, and it's not too strong as all the components are, as I said, they're connected with 2 Technic pins, so they can fall apart sort of easily. But overall, for 2004, this was actually a really nice build. Here's the Rebel Y-Wing that comes with the set. Just like the TIE Fighter, this is mostly brick built, except for the thrusters at the back, which are supported with Technic. First, let's take a look at the cockpit. Here's the cockpit of the Y-Wing. Next to the cockpit is this swiveling turret, which I guess Luke Skywalker can operate. Inside of the cockpit is Luke Skywalker. You can put any regular size minifigure in there. He's holding on to 2 levers that control something. There's also a screen in there. It's a printed piece with a targeting computer on it. Behind the turret is a crate where you can put different types of cargo in. The crate comes out pretty easily. It has a printed piece for the name plate, I guess, and you can put anything you want in there. And it's locked in with these 2 fire hose pieces, I think. Behind there is your spot for your astromech droid. In this case, you have the astromech droids that comes with the set, which is like R2-D2, but with red printing instead of blue. Behind that, there is a compartment that opens up. You can store blasters or binoculars or things like that. Towards the back of the ship, by the engines, there was some detailing by these printed tile pieces. I would have preferred some actual texture, like a few grill pieces or some small greebling, but they look okay. I think small greebling would have looked better. Moving back to the engines are mostly Technic. They look really good, and that's about all to say about them. They look, I think, almost as good as the newer versions, maybe just not as much small greebling around them, but it looks really good overall. And that is the last part of the ship. Overall, I really like the set. I think it does a very good job of looking good while remaining almost all brick built.